Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, and this is gonna be the first video of 2020. So for today I just want to do kind of get together with you guys and kind of tell you guys all about the new year and my resolutions and whatnot. So feel free to comment down below what your new year resolutions are, what your goals are, your intentions, attractions, I believe in all that shebang. So yeah, let's begin. So just so you know, I'm going to be using the Jackie Aina Anastasia palette and the Urban Decay. It's just going to be a simple look. I'm not trying to do anything crazy. I just want to tell you guys all about how this year has been, and I mean how 2019 was, and what I'm expecting from 2020 and all that shebang, all that good juju. So yeah, I just want to talk about how I ended 2019 in an awesome mood because I reached my yearly goal of having 100 subscribers. That's amazing. So thank you so much. Thank you so freaking much for anyone who's watching this and has subscribed, or if you're planning to at some point. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for watching and supporting me in every single possible way that you have. If you're watching this, you're already supporting me, so thank you. So I ended up with 104, which was even more than what I was expecting, frankly. So that was really nice. I'm also super happy with the way I ended up work and the way I ended in terms of my blog, the people around me, my relationships. I really focused this year on working on myself and working on getting better pretty much in every aspect of my life, because I had kind of a relapse with my depression back in March, and it was really hard to get back out of that. And that was the moment I decided to try antidepressants and really listen to my therapist. And yeah, that was one of the best choices of 2019. I'm gonna go into shade Still Hot, which is kind of like a light peach color, and I'm gonna put that all over the crease. And yeah guys, that was really nice. It really helped me. Thank God I got the right med right off the bat. Some people I know that struggle with finding the right medication or the right dosage and all that shebang, and I was able to get it right in the first tryout. And I also got that with my therapist. I got along with him pretty nicely on the first appointment, so that was really nice that I was lucky enough to achieve all those things and to get those things on the first try. Also at work, I began the year hating it. I absolutely hated where I work. The only person I loved was one of my newest co-workers. She was the only cool person I knew, and she was really nice to me from the moment she got there, and we just hit it off really nicely. And back when I had the relapse, I actually just told my boss about it. I told her hey, I'm going through this and I need you to help me out. Not really, I never asked her to help me cure it or anything. I just told her so that she would be aware of it and she would know why the fuck am I crying over stupid shit or stuff like that. Why would I be dramatic over some things? I'm taking the shade Baja, by the way, which is this nice orangey shade. I don't know where I'm going with this, by the way. Just trying to match it with my attire. But yeah, I just told her about it and she was kind of clueless about it, which is totally fine. I tried to fake it as much as I could. And she was amazing about it. She decided to help me out, because I was about to leave the job, and she decided to help me out. And because I also wanted the help, she decided to coach me, and we started doing these weekly coaching sessions where we would talk about myself, how I feel about myself, trying to get to know me without any judgment, and how that affected work, and what things that I enjoy about work, what didn't I enjoy about work, how to make it better and all that stuff. She's a true lifesaver at my job because I was about to lose it in a very stupid way. I mean, not stupid, but I would have taken that, that depression and whatnot. She helped me fix it before I would jump into any other job and jump into that same issue. So that was really nice. And again, I know I was back and forth about my blog. Some months I would be very active and I would post 8 videos, and then I would disappear for weeks and not post anything, and I would get very stressed about Instagram and is this even clean? I'm I've been posting enough and whatnot, but just letting social media get to me. And she helped a lot with that. She helped me a lot to focus back on my blog, why I started it and all that stuff. So she was a really good factor of my betterment and my year. She worked really well along with my therapist. So I'm really lucky and grateful. By the way, I love this thin fluffy brush. It just blends everything nicely on detail. Like, it doesn't move all the product around, but it blends really nice without taking the product like across the whole lid or everywhere else. Like, it's really nice to blend out. This is BH Cosmetics, by the way. So yeah, and also like I'm gonna take Trust Issues by the other palette and I'm gonna put that all over my lid. That's pretty much it. I received a lot of support from my friends. Like, I started to be more open about how I was feeling, what was going on in my life, because I know that I'm super privileged, don't get me wrong. And sometimes I disappear, or sometimes, like most of the times, I don't see anyone. So they were really supportive of everything when they would see me. I've fixed so many friendships and relationships that my mental health was deteriorating. It was all like a very growth related year. Like, it was very much centered about growth and like how I would deal with the different people around me. I also learned how to put boundaries, which is something that I suggest everyone to do. Even people that you love that are always there for you, have to learn to make boundaries, and that they, just because they love you or they're there for you, they don't get to surpass those boundaries just because they love you. You need to have your own space. That gold is so beautiful. That's pretty much it on the eyes. I'm just gonna jump into the face. I already used my Caudalie Beauty Elixir on the face to kind of like hydrate, but I'm just gonna put a little bit of the Fenty Beauty Primer. My sister she took back her big bottle. And yeah, I got the chance to rebuild many relationships also with my boyfriend. He's like got sent because he has been through it all. Like, he saw the worst and he stood by it regardless of anything. So I'm really grateful for that. I've been able to really reestablish our relationship and kind of rebuild it from scratch over and over again for as many times as my mental health has deteriorated. So that was really nice. We ended up really well the year. It's been very stable and lovely for the past 5 months, I want to say. So that's really nice. I'm using the Born This Way concealer and I'm kind of like using this as my foundation because it's really nice and dewy. By the way, all the crappy eating for Christmas has fucking ruined my face. Like, can you just see this pimple and this? And yeah, I've also, oh my god, I'm able to finally travel without my family. That was a really big one. That was really hard for me. I don't know if you are over attached to your family, but I have been, and I would get really anxious if I would travel without my family. And so visiting him to Jacksonville was really a drag because I would get really anxious being away from home. I'm not a traveler without my parents. Like, I've always traveled with them and they never really travel without me. That's really weird. Just my dad. My dad is the one who travels for work, but usually when my mom travels, I travel. When she does and I'm not there, it used to be really hard for me because we're really close. And yeah, man, I was able to overcome that. Like, the first time that I visited him, that was like during my relapse. That was kind of like the first time of my relapse, and I had like an anxiety attack. Like, I couldn't, like, I got there and I couldn't wait to go back home because I was so freaking anxious about it. And yeah, and then we broke up because I hated it. I hated traveling and I couldn't stand like being so far away from my family. And then after I started taking medication and all that stuff, I decided to try again and to visit him. And what I understood was that I had to like understand that anxiety is normal and that it shall pass. It does pass. So the first time I did go, I got really anxious. The first date, and then the second time I went, I was anxious for like a couple hours, and then the third time I went, I was anxious like on the ride home, and then the last time was just like the jitters of getting there, and then after that it's been like a breeze. Like, I go there and I'm like ready to move out of my house, and like I don't desperately like miss my parents. Like, I do miss them, but I'm not like crazy about it. If anything, I just miss my dogs more than anything because I'm like their mother. I also was able to hang out with my friends more, being less strict about when I would go out. Literally, my parents, they wouldn't be strict about me going out or anything. It was just pretty much myself. Like, I had the feeling of going back home, and like now I get to hang out with them with no worries or whatsoever. Like, I still worry sometimes, but I don't get like super super anxious, which is really, really nice. By the way, if you hear snoring, that's my dog. She's having a nice little nap on the bed beside me. One thing that really works is being grateful every day before you go to sleep. That really helped me become much more optimistic about everything in my life and to kind of not expect the worst out of every single outcome. And yeah, it's been great. So I wanted to jump into 2020, what to expect, what I want from this year, what I'm attracting, all the things that I want to work on, and yeah, I just want to talk about that. When it comes to in regards to my blog, obviously I'm super excited about all the projects that I want to do, all the things that I want to record. Obviously I've taken any suggestion. I like creating and I like doing productions. Like I've really come to enjoy filming stuff where I don't talk and kind of like emulate the feeling of what I'm doing. So I want to jump on that. I also got inspired to begin a photography course, mostly because I was trying to take pictures with my Canon and I didn't know how to. Like, I didn't know how to settle it, how to put whatever I had to do. Like, I want to be able to like have ideas and be able to make them real, you know, kind of like know what to do with the camera if I want to do like a kind of photo shoot, or if I want to take a picture of something. Like, I want to know how to do everything around it. I want to get into filming as well, like actually professionally filming, because I work in marketing, so I want to get more into content creation, which goes really tied in with my job, which is marketing. So that I hope will help me get better at my job and get better for the blog as well, like kind of pump up my Instagram as well. I really want to, which is also a suggestion, I really want to work on my free time. I want to stop watching so much Netflix and kind of use my free time to pump my brain into doing new things and working on learning new abilities, new things. Like I bought this modern calligraphy book for me to like learn how to do it. It's kind of like a creative outlet. It's not like a lot of work. It's just something that I can do and have fun and have my brain work while I'm doing something on my free time. And I'm trying to not look at it kind of like as a task, but rather, oh, I want to sit down and learn this and I have the time, so why not? Like, I'm sick of turning my brain off. Not sick of, because I love Netflix, but I want to do that for myself. Like, I wanna feel more productive with my free time, and not in the sense that everything has to be a task. Sometimes I start liking stuff and then I jump into something else, and I want to like start and end projects. Like, I want to get used to beginning something and ending something successfully, or not successfully, but like completing it, doing the task of, like, if I want to learn photography, I want to take the whole course. I don't want to like fail on it or anything. It's kind of like a combination of I want to learn and I want to learn and create projects and being able to finish them as well. Like, that's also something that I want to work on. Also, hopefully have a stable home. My OPT ends in May, so hopefully I get to get a better place of living. No, I'm just kidding. I'm applying to Canadian residency, so hopefully I'll get it. Again, if you hear snoring, that's my dog. I would be moving to Canada, I want to say kind of like mid-year or maybe August. So that's really exciting if it happens. So hopefully it will. If not, then I go back to DR and kind of like work from there for a while, and then hopefully reapply again and see how I can get out of there. Don't get me wrong, no hating on my country. I love DR. It's where I'm from, where I grew up, but it's just not where I want to be after I've moved out and kind of like grown more. It's just not my environment. Like, it's not the environment that I want to be in. And yeah, so hopefully I'll be filming from Canada soon. So I went ahead and went into the shade Good As Gone to kind of darken things up, because that's just way too intense orange on the lid. And I'm gonna take this same fluffy brush and I'm gonna blend that out just so that it doesn't look right on top of it. So I'm gonna take actually the shade Stud and see how that looks now that I darken the eyes a little bit more, because I just found that was too intense. Mother! Let's pretend that never happened, but yeah, that looks really, really good, and this is where I stop. Like, this is truly where I stop. So you guys, this is the final look. I just wanted to give you like a little intel on how it was finished. So you guys, that was pretty much it. I'm really happy with the way this looks, and I wanted to give you kind of like an intake of what I want from 2020. I want to like really work on meditation as well. Like, I really want to work like emotional stability, kind of like keeping those good practices so that when things get rough again, I can know how to like deal with them. Also, I got a tattoo. Oh, my hand's dirty, but I got a tattoo. You can check it out on my Instagram, which pretty much explains everything. I'm not gonna like drop in a whole story about it, but yeah, hopefully maybe in 2020 I might get another one because I didn't get the other one that I wanted because it was mad expensive. So maybe I'll get that as well. So that is pretty much everything for this video. Please comment down below what your New Year resolutions are for this year. How was your 2019? I would love to know what you guys got like in your plans for this year. I'm really excited. I'm really welcoming it with really high, good energy. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!